This is about you when you were a child. Your family did this to you and it's still affecting your life today. God has an urgent message about something that happened in your childhood that planted seeds of pain you're still carrying. Your family didn't mean to hurt you, but they unknowingly created wounds that are shaping your adult struggles right now. This divine revelation isn't meant to blame anyone, but to bring healing to the broken places in your heart. God sees the child inside you who needed more love, protection, and understanding than you received. As you hear these words, know that God sees how those childhood experiences continue to control your thoughts, relationships, and self-worth today. It's normal to feel pain or anger when you think about what your family did or didn't give you as a child. But remember that God is watching over your healing with tender care. This revelation is your chance to understand why you struggle with certain patterns and turn childhood wounds into wisdom. You're receiving this message because it's time to break the invisible chains from your past. Even when facing family truth feels scary or disloyal, trust that this divine insight is a gift, because understanding your childhood wounds is the first step towards setting yourself free from their power over your adult life. As you think about your childhood, take time to examine how your family's actions planted seeds that still grow in your life today. Just like seeds buried in soil eventually become the plants we see above ground, the things your family said and did became the beliefs and fears you carry now. Maybe they told you that you weren't good enough, or maybe they were too busy to really see and hear you. Perhaps they criticized you constantly or made you feel like their love depended on your perfect behavior. Just like a gardener pulls weeds to help flowers grow, you need to identify these childhood roots before they can be healed. Hold on to the truth that you deserved unconditional love and safety as a child, but let go of the lies about your worth that were planted back then. Just like a broken bone that heals stronger when properly set, your spirit can become more resilient when these old wounds are finally addressed. This revelation about your childhood isn't meant to make you bitter toward your family, but to transform your understanding, making you aware of patterns that have been running your life from the shadows for far too long. This revelation about your childhood is more than just understanding your past. It's a spiritual checkpoint in your healing journey. It's a time for you to connect with the wounded child inside and find courage to give that child the love they never received. Face this message knowing that even imperfect families are part of God's greater plan for your spiritual growth. There's divine wisdom working through your story, and sometimes that includes learning from the pain your family couldn't avoid passing down to you. Difficult childhood memories might surface as you process this message, but see them as chances to finally heal spiritually. Every wound from your past can become a place where God's light enters your life more deeply. When childhood pain feels overwhelming, remember that the child who survived those experiences was already being protected by divine love. God was there in your childhood, even when your family couldn't provide what you needed. In your prayers about family healing, you'll find the strength to forgive without forgetting, to understand without excusing, and to heal without having to pretend your childhood was perfect when it wasn't. As we've discussed recognizing these important childhood patterns, I'd like to help you continue this healing journey with more divine guidance. If these messages about childhood healing and breaking family cycles resonate with your spirit, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more spiritual messages that can help you heal from your past. Pay attention to signs that show how your childhood family patterns still control your adult life today. These aren't just personality traits, they are clues that reveal where healing is needed most. As you move through your daily relationships, notice if you constantly seek approval from others or if you panic when people seem upset with you. You might find yourself saying yes when you want to say no, or feeling guilty for having needs and boundaries. Maybe you work too hard trying to prove your worth, Or you struggle to trust that people can love you without you having to earn it constantly. You might notice your body tenses up during conflict, or you feel like a scared child when authority figures are displeased. Perhaps you have trouble believing compliments, or you sabotage good relationships because deep down you don't feel worthy of real love. These aren't accidents. They're sacred signals from your inner child showing you exactly where family wounds still need attention. Trust your emotional reactions to family interactions, even as an adult. That quiet voice inside that remembers what it felt like to be small and powerless is your connection to childhood truth. When you feel suddenly young and helpless in certain situations, when you find yourself pleasing to avoid abandonment, or when you notice patterns of choosing people who treat you like your family did, that's your spirit showing you what still needs healing from those early years. Remember, you're not facing this childhood healing alone. God is with you, surrounding the wounded child inside you with the unconditional love you always deserved. Around you stands a team of guardian angels, spiritual guides, and heavenly helpers, all working to support you as you heal these deep family wounds. This revelation about your childhood is designed to set you free, not to cause you more pain. And every part of your healing journey is held in divine hands. Feel grateful for this opportunity to finally understand your patterns, for it shows how much God wants you to live in freedom instead of childhood survival mode. Each step you take toward healing these old wounds brings you closer to the authentic, peaceful person you were meant to be before family dysfunction taught you to hide your true self. The universe holds your inner child with infinite tenderness, and nothing can separate you from the love that was always meant to surround you. Even when your family couldn't provide it consistently, divine timing, God's perfect clock, is working in your childhood healing right now. When you receive understanding about your family patterns at exactly the moment, when you're strong enough to process them safely, that's sacred timing protecting your healing journey. These moments show you're connected to God's plan for breaking generational wounds, living in harmony with divine guidance even through difficult family truths. As these insights about your childhood become clearer, let them build your confidence in your ability to heal. Each recognition of old patterns shows you're being guided toward healthier ways of living and loving. Pay attention to these healing moments and trust their timing. They aren't random painful memories surfacing to hurt you. They're part of a loving plan to free you from childhood survival strategies that no longer serve your adult life. Keep your heart open to these divine revelations about your past. The more you recognize how your childhood shaped you, the more power you have to choose different patterns now. Your healing journey is unfolding at exactly the right pace for your spirit to integrate these truths safely. Just as you receive these divine messages about healing childhood wounds, your support helps us continue sharing similar guidance with others who are struggling to understand how their family experiences still affect them today. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these important healing messages to reach those who feel trapped by their childhood patterns. As you begin to heal your childhood wounds, believe that this process can lead to incredible spiritual transformation. Just like a house built on a cracked foundation must be rebuilt on solid ground, your adult life gets stronger when childhood wounds are properly healed instead of just covered up. God has arranged this healing revelation perfectly, even when facing family truth feels overwhelming at first. Focus on building new inner strength, because that's what carries you through the hard work of childhood healing. When you stay committed to understanding your patterns and keep your heart open to divine love, amazing changes begin happening in your life. Relationships you never thought possible start forming because you're no longer relating from childhood wounds. Every step you take toward healing these old hurts brings you closer to the person you were meant to be before family dysfunction taught you to hide your light. Stay faithful to this healing process, because your relationship with God can Provide the unconditional love your inner child has always been seeking from imperfect human family members. As you work on healing your childhood wounds, make it a habit to say, I am healing my childhood wounds with divine love. Speak these words with complete faith each morning. This powerful practice builds a protective shield of self-compassion around your inner child that old family messages cannot penetrate. When childhood memories surface or when family guilt tries to silence your healing, pause for a moment. Use this time to breathe deeply and connect with the divine love that was always meant to surround you as a child. Trust that God is healing what your family couldn't, and begin each day thanking Him for giving you strength to face difficult truths about your past. When you fill your mind with healing prayers and gentle self-talk, you create space for miracles in your relationship with yourself. Practice speaking to your inner child the way God speaks to you, with patience, understanding, and unconditional love. Your spiritual commitment to healing these old wounds is the key that unlocks freedom from childhood patterns that have controlled your adult life for too long. During this childhood healing journey, you're not just changing your own life, but also becoming someone who can break harmful family patterns for future generations. This healing work offers you a chance to show God's love by refusing to pass down the wounds you received. Each day gives you new opportunities to respond differently than your family did, creating healthier ways of handling conflict, expressing emotions, and showing love to others. As you heal from your childhood experiences, remember that your transformation can inspire family members who might be ready to face their own wounds. Your courage in addressing family dysfunction can light the way for others trapped in the same patterns. Use your healing story to bring hope to someone else's family darkness. Embrace each day as a chance to model what healthy family relationships look like, using your healed heart to nurture others the way you needed to be nurtured. In this healing journey, we become stronger together, supporting each other through prayer and understanding, creating chosen families based on love rather than survival and fear. In closing, as we face these childhood truths and whatever emotions they bring up, let's move forward with courage and hope for complete healing. Be prepared to welcome God's love into the places your family couldn't reach. Face difficult memories with gentle strength and recognize each small victory in your healing process. Trust in the power of prayer and in God's desire to heal your deepest wounds. You are on a path to freedom from childhood patterns, surrounded by divine love that sees and values the child you were. Keep saying, I am healing my childhood wounds with divine love, and watch as transformation begins from the inside out. If this message has helped you recognize childhood patterns that need healing, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more divine guidance on family healing. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a message meant to help you break free from your past. When you share this message, you help others who feel trapped by their childhood experiences find hope for healing. Dear Lord, please give us courage to face our childhood wounds and the divine love to heal what our families couldn't provide. Help us break harmful cycles and create healthier patterns for those who come after us. Amen. If this message has touched your heart or helped you understand how your childhood still affects you today, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue sharing these healing messages with others who need to understand their family patterns. Please share in the comments what childhood healing topics or family recovery messages you'd like to hear in our next video. Your suggestions help us bring you the spiritual guidance that can transform your relationship with your past and create a healthier future.